And guys, we promised you lots of entertainment. And obviously we didn't lie. This entertainment comes with people who are influential as well. So influential that they have been named one of the 100 people who are most influential in South Africa, 100 young people as per se. And today we have the incredible young lady. I say young because young influential 100 people most.
Yes.
PhD candidate Nka'Thuto. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so
How
much.
are you feeling today?
I'm actually on holiday in Cape Town.
Oh, okay.
So I'm feeling very relaxed and just happy.
Yeah.
You know, just all around happy.
I love that. You wake up happy even though it's a bit chilly outside.
It is a bit chilly, so it's kind of different from Joburg.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think I welcome the weather change as well.
Yes.
I'm just like...
Everything. Okay. No,
Yeah.
now, one thing that I want to learn, when I first read what you're PhDing, and I was like, what in the world is pathogenesis? I was like, can you please just explain to our viewers as well, what is it exactly that you do?
So I am doing research to develop a vaccine against HIV.
Mm-hmm.
So what you will notice, for example, when you get the flu, is that your body is able to almost heal itself. Even if you don't take medication, 7 days, 10 days later, that virus will be gone because your immune system knows how to fight it off.
Yes.
Right.
The challenge with HIV is that the immune systems that we've got as people don't know how to fight off HIV because HIV changes so much. So as the body responds to HIV infection,
in one way it changes.
It runs away, and it changes shape,
man.
and then the body has to now develop a new response because it thinks it's a new virus.
Yes.
So by the time it develops to AIDS, the immune system is really just unable to do it. So by developing a vaccine, what you're trying to do is to teach the body to respond continuously
through
to
the changes
HIV.
quickly.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
So that's what I'm trying to do.
That's
That is
amazing.
incredible. And besides that, you're also a lecturer as well.
Yes.
What is a day like in your life? Because I can't even imagine all of those things, man.
A day in my life is a mess. Honestly, it's a mess because I also co-founded and I'm a co-executive director for a non-profit organization.
Right.
So it's just a mess. So what I really do, I try not to overthink it. So I just do what I have to do when I have to do it and just meet the deadlines. You know, that's just what I do. I'm just like a deadline-driven person, an output-driven person. So if I get the deadline, if I get the outputs, then it's perfect.
But what is it that keeps you like kind of level-headed? Because like you're saying, you're a PhD candidate, lecturer, and also you co-founder of the NPO. What keeps you? Is it coffee? Is it?
I think after a while, you sort of learn that if things don't work out the way they work out,
It's how
it's
they
still
support.
okay.
Of
You know,
course.
it's one of those, I can't do it,
But I've done my best.
I've done my best, you know what I mean? So it's just knowing that we can't be in control of everything.
Yes.
And learning that, because that was difficult for me, you know. So that's how I just remain level-headed. It's just that I know that it's probably going to work out for the best.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that.
You have obviously spoken about your NPO right now. How is it helping teenagers, or rather, how are you using it as a platform to help or group up teenagers in a state where we usually communicate on social media and social platforms and technology?
So specifically, you're asking how the work interacts with social media platforms.
Yes.
So what we do at Nka'Thuto is that we're very active on social media. So the kids that are in our program come up with solutions that are technology-based, which are really awesome to societal challenges. So we try to communicate that as much as we can.
Okay.
Beyond social media, I think we've even gone into getting one of our kids or one of our beneficiaries on TV so that we expose them and we try to reach a bigger audience. We also have a YouTube channel and we share and we post all the time. And we just talk about the stories that the kids come up with, and we also talk about the ecosystem that we've created, because we've got young black scientists and engineers who assist the learners as they come up with their technologies. So we also try to shine a light on them just so that the whole country and the whole world and the continent alike can see that some of these things that are seemingly difficult to do are actually quite everyday.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So we make it as much as relatable as possible. So it becomes very important to share where the young people are, which is on social media.
Yes.
That's
And
where
I
you can
love
reach
that.
them.
I love that a lot because most of the time we have all these organizations who are trying to uplift our young people and things like that. Especially, and especially when it comes to STEM, which is the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But I want to know from you, what sort of change is it that you would love to see in the STEM, especially when it comes to disadvantaged communities?
Okay, so what I want to see is that young people in disadvantaged communities understand that there's actually nothing to it.
Yeah.
All it is seeing that I have a problem and trying to find a way to create a solution.
Yes.
Using what you've learned at school, using that movie, that sci-fi movie that had something cool on, I don't know, it could be anything really. It could be AI, it could be developing an app, but it's just so that they understand that the idea is as powerful as having the app itself.
Yes.
Because as soon as you have the idea, then you're starting to do something towards using technology to change a particular narrative or someone else's situation or even yours. So technology is a tool for all of us to use to make our lives better.
Of course. Why not?
And obviously, like today, we were speaking about earlier, Rezah, you started off about today is a very emotional day for South Africans, especially for women in Africa. And I know we're sliding away from the subject at hand, but I just wanted to know, how do you feel about the situations that are happening in South Africa right now, and if you think there is a way forward, if you think there is a way that South Africans can group together and move forward from what's currently happening, which is an abuse and injustice to women, which is incredibly wrong and not right. So we do have to speak about it and acknowledge that it's there.
So I think for me there's two things right now that are concerning me in South Africa. It's how we trivialize women, because I think it's a societal thing.
Yes.
And I think it's a system, it's a patriarchal system that has embedded itself from prehistoric times, where people feel like they own women. They feel like if a person is if you're in a relationship, it's almost as if your boyfriend feels like you're their child at some point. And it doesn't make any sense. And it permeates into church as well, where you find that men are still superior to women. It happens in the workplace as well. So our whole society is structured in a way that says that women can actually be used as a tool to advance men's agendas. That's just what it is. And it gets into our social lives, it gets into our everyday behavior, and I think that's the problem. So we need to change the face of patriarchy. We need to remove patriarchy completely and start to think of women and men as equals in all aspects. Sure, I can get a baby, I can give birth, okay. There are things that you can do as a man, but other than that, there's very little that you can do as a man that I can't do as a female. We are absolute equals. Our strengths are different, and we should capitalize on that and use that to our advantage. So for me, that's the thing. And the second thing is the xenophobic attacks and the Afrophobia that's currently taking place in the country. And I think as South Africans, it's appalling behavior given our history. And given that we seeked refuge from these very same countries who are now seeking refuge from us, and we're treating them in an ill manner. But what I'd like to perhaps see is government taking this thing more seriously. Whatever it is we've been doing over the years hasn't been working. Our policies are not working. And government really has to step up. Society must step up. And we just need to work together. Society, the public sector, the private sector, as well as government.